2 million years ago, the African plains weren't just a cradle of life, they were an arena of survival. Picture a world bathed in ancient golds and dusty browns, where the very air hummed with untamed energy. This was the stage for one of history's most epic dramas, a daily struggle between our earliest ancestors and the giants that roamed the earth. Our story begins on the banks of a winding river, the lifeline of the savanna. For a small band of Homo Habilis, our ingenious ancestors, this river meant everything. It was a source of water, a magnet for prey, and a place of immense danger. They were just beginning to master their world, their hands clutching the first stone tools, their minds slowly piecing together the complex rhythms of nature. They were learning when to hunt, when to hide, and when to fear. But on this day, a lesson was coming that would be seared into their very being. As dawn broke, painting the sky in fiery amber, the group cautiously approached the river. The water shimmered, looking deceptively calm, almost inviting. Insects buzzed in dense clouds, and birds shrieked from the acacia trees. Everything seemed normal. But beneath the placid surface, a pair of ancient yellow eyes watched and waited. This was the domain of a true prehistoric titan, the giant crocodile. We're not talking about the crocodiles you see today. This leviathan was a monster, stretching nearly 7 meters long, its body a fortress of armored scales. It had ruled this river for decades, a master of ambush, a silent king of the depths. It had perfected the art of patience, waiting for the perfect moment when life would stray just a little too close to the edge. One of the younger Homo habilis, driven by thirst, knelt at the water's edge, cupping the cool liquid in his hands. He was focused, unaware of the silent predator gliding towards him. For a fleeting second, the world seemed to hold its breath. The buzz of insects faded, the birds went quiet. And then, the river exploded. With a surge of raw, explosive power, the crocodile lunged from the water. Its massive jaws, lined with dagger-like teeth, opened in a terrifying arc. The attack was a blur of chaos and spray. The crocodile's teeth found their mark, sinking deep into the leg of the unsuspecting hominin. The tranquil riverbank became a scene of primal terror. The others screamed, their voices raw with shock and fear, echoing across the vast plains. In a desperate, instinctive response, they grabbed the only weapons they had, stones. They hurled them at the beast, sharp missiles bouncing harmlessly off its thick, armored hide. But it was no use. The crocodile was too powerful, too ancient, its strength born from millions of years of predatory perfection. The struggle was brief and brutal. The great reptile dragged its victim into the depths, the water turning a grim shade of red under the fading morning light. The remaining group fled, their hearts pounding in their chests. The horrific image burned forever into their minds. They ran, not just from the monster, but from the terrifying realization of their own fragility in this savage world. That night, huddled around the flickering warmth of a fire, they were a different group. The flames danced across their faces, illuminating not just fear, but a new, profound understanding. They had come face to face with nature's purest, most unforgiving power. The glowing golds of the savanna, the deep browns of the earth, and the dark shimmering mystery of the water now held a different meaning. Their world was not just a home, it was a battleground. This encounter wasn't just a tragedy, it was a catalyst for evolution. In the silence of that prehistoric night, Homo habilis learned a critical lesson. They learned which shadows to fear, which waters to avoid, and which fires, both literal and metaphorical, to keep burning bright. The crocodile became more than just a creature. It became a legend, a symbol of the unseen dangers lurking just beneath the surface of their world. This story, whispered through grunts and gestures around ancient campfires, was about more than just a monster in the river. It was about the birth of caution, the dawn of strategic thinking. It marked a crucial step in our journey from prey to predator, from instinct to intellect. Every time they approached water from that day forward, they would remember. They would be more careful, more aware, more united. And so this memory, this primal fear, was passed down. It wasn't written in books or carved in stone, but encoded into the very instincts of survival. It's a legacy that, in some small way, still echoes within us today. It's that flicker of hesitation we feel before stepping into dark, unknown waters. A faint, ancient echo of a time when our ancestors learned a brutal lesson from the god of the river. Their struggle, their fear, and their resilience are the foundation upon which all of human history was built. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another adventure into our planet's incredible past. We'll see you in the next one.